So it took 3 months, but we're here back with another hater's journey through Fairy Tail on the EISENWALD arc. So I guess we should just get right to it. And I should probably say at this point, currently in my Fairy Tail journey, that this is probably my favorite arc. If I want to say probably another like 1,000 times, probably. But yeah, my favorite arc so far. Beating Erza was interesting. I guess, you know, to put it bluntly, she's a lot more weird than I thought she'd be. But I mean, most of the, actually not most, but like all of the Fairy Tail like guild members are pretty weird, aren't they? They're all weird in their different ways, you know. They're not weird. Like, the weirdness in this guild isn't exclusively for Erza. It's for everybody. Everybody in this guild is weird, bro, in their own special way. But yeah, she's kind of dense, but it's pretty funny, like, learning about her. Also, those like different like armor suits, you know, or sets they got, you know, were pretty fucking cool to, you know, see. Especially the black fit, that was pretty hard. You know, I don't really know if she has any more armor changes or not, but don't fucking tell me. Cause, you know, I want to learn that myself, and I'm kind of intrigued to find out more about it, you know? Kinda. But yeah, like, I mean, Erza was pretty cool. He was kind of like, at least in the later part of the arc, kind of like in the background, because she kind of used up a lot of her power getting to the location that they needed to be at, you know. But real funny that Grey and Natsu are, you know, some big old tsunderes for each other. They some best friends. They some real good friends, bro. You know. But yeah, still, obviously, whoa, you don't know what I'm about to say yet. Makarov is still my favorite character in this series so far. You know, nobody else is really like giving me, you know, some of the funnier moments that Makarov has. You know, he also has like a real deep side. You know, has a deep moment with the fucking shadow bozo Kageyama or whatever his name was, and then got embarrassed when everyone saw it. What else happened? I think, oh yeah, Erza got arrested at the very end of the arc. Then like Natsu went to save her, dressed up as Erza to do it, and you know, that was pretty funny at the very end right there. But I should also start adding like rating C's. I don't even know if I did any ratings earlier than this, like, you know, out of 10, you know. So I'll probably add them from this one forward if I didn't do it before. I don't remember doing it in the Daybreak arc. But again, it's been like 3 months. I'll give this one probably a solid 7 out of 10. I like this one. I wasn't really a big fan of like the main bad guy or any like his like kind of group. I think his name was like Aragorn or whatever. Yeah, he was just kind of like whatever, you know. He wasn't really like anything to write home about. He was kind of just like a whatever villain, a nothing character in my personal opinion. Especially at the end of the day, he got his ass beat, and his like his motives were just like, grr, I did bad thing, but like you took our rights away. I mean, that's what happens when you do bad thing, dumbass. Like,
Dum 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 ass, dum 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 ass, dum dum dum.
I don't know, his whole reasoning behind it was also dumb. So it's just like there was nothing there for me to like from him. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I mean, most of the villains have been kind of just like whatever in my personal opinion. There hasn't been like a real like captivating villain yet, you know. It was kind of dragged out a bit, if I guess the word it's more simpler, I guess. However, overall, pretty cool. But I guess on to the next arc. Hopefully, will actually not take 3 months to get to, but it is the Sub-Zero Emperor Leon arc. Well, we're gonna see if I pronounced that right. Someone's probably gonna have something to say about that. But yeah, this one was a decent arc. I'll see you guys there.